Here.
Here?
Well, yes.
Are we sure it's suitable?
Yes, we are.
Actually, I thought the campsite we passed looked interesting.
Did you?
Did you notice the cabins, toilet blocks?
Yes, you pointed them out.
Perhaps we could go back for another look.
Why? We saw them.
As we flashed past, but perhaps we could go back and take another look.
We decided not to stop.
You decided?
You can put those down. This will do nicely. Well, don't just stand there. Help her.
What about you?
I'll be back in a sec.
We're staying here.
Apparently so.
Good, my arms are aching.
You know, there's something about this whole trip that doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
How long has it been since you heard from her?
A year?
Me too. And all of a sudden she insists with 2 days' notice that we go on a camping trip?
Well, does she have to have a reason?
Of course. Everyone has a reason for doing something.
It's a friendly gesture.
And why so sudden? 2 days' notice? What's the hurry?
Did you have something else on?
No. Don't think she's got some hidden agenda, do you? Nothing's ever clear or simple when she's involved. Behind every hidden motive is another hidden motive.
You did say you wanted to come.
Now, if I had suggested going away the weekend, all three of us, well then Val would have hummed and hawed and made excuses at the last minute. That's the difference. But because she suggested it, because it's her idea, well, we all just have to fall in line. This whole thing has got out of hand. This spot is totally unsuitable. It's practically a ravine. What if it floods? And no one knows we're here. It's not marked on the spot. It's not marked on a map. It's particularly not comfortable either. There's no toilets, no showers, no cooking facilities.
We're here now.
Let's go back to the other campsite we passed.
And pack up the car again?
It won't take long.
My arms are tired.
I'll give you a hand. Come on.
I just have a rest.
It won't take long.
What are you doing?
We're packing up.
Nonsense. We just got here.
Yes, well, let's do it before it gets dark. Marie's in agreement.
Well, let's have a drink first.
A drink would be nice.
Or perhaps you don't want to drink. Perhaps just Marie and I want to drink.
All right. We'll have a drink.
One thing we will have this weekend is chilled wine. Thanks to the bar fridge. Runs off the car battery. Don't say I don't think of everything. Cheers, everyone. A toast to friendship.
To friendship.
Denise.
To friendship.
And in the future, we're not to let so much time pass by without seeing each other.
This is nice wine.
Well, of course it is. Now, some rules for the weekend. Before we do anything.
What rules?
Well, so the weekend doesn't generate into chaos. Simple rules, easy to follow. Rule 1, whatever we do together. Everybody to participate in the chosen activity. Rule 2, everyone obeys Rule 1. Cheerfully. No grumbling and no sullenness.
Why do we have to have Rule 2? If it's only to obey Rule 1, if we all obey Rule 1, surely we wouldn't need Rule 2.
Rule 2 was put there as a safeguard to ensure against violations of Rule 1.
Why do we have to have any rules? We are not school children.
To promote order, so we all remain positive and engaged.
We are positive and engaged.
Well, we are now, and the rules are designed to keep it that way. There's something missing. Did you get everything, Marie?
No, I couldn't carry any more.
Never mind. I'll get it.
This is typical. She drives like a maniac. down. She dictates the conversation the entire trip. She decides where we camp. Now we have to have rules. This is too much. First thing tomorrow morning, we'll go. We'll make an excuse. One of us must say our husband is ill. You must say Rob is ill. What with? Tuberculosis. Leprosy. Anything.
Don't you have to get tests for that?
Yes, urgent test. And you have to be with him. And I must go with you.
Okay. He was pretty healthy when I left him this morning.
Focus, Marie. We have to get out of here. I'm afraid Marie has received some bad news about Rob.
Oh?
Yes, tell her, Marie.
He's ill.
What with?
Tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis. He has leprosy and tuberculosis.
Both together?
Yes, poor man. And we have to go. Perhaps we can come back another time.
Well, how did you find this out?
The hospital told us.
Well, there's not much they can do for him over the weekend. I'm sure it can wait until Monday.
What's that?
Well, it's a rifle.
Whose is it?
Well, it's mine.
Where did you get it?
I bought it in a shop.
What's it for?
What do you think it's for?
What caliber is it?
It's a 303. It's a Winchester bolt-action centre-firing rifle. We're going hunting.
Hunting?
What are we going to hunt?
Foxes.
No, we're not.
Oh, yes, we are.
This is outrageous. You drove like a maniac the whole way down the Hume Highway. You can't just beat miles up the beaten track. You forced us to set up camp where no one even knows we're here. And now you tell us we're going hunting.
Well, what's wrong with hunting?
Because it involves shooting animals. And that's something women don't do. It's something men do.
Ah, I see. So, women can sit on the boards of major companies and women can fight in the armed forces. But they can't go hunting on weekends.
I'm sorry, I don't spend my weekends killing animals.
Well, don't worry. You won't be doing any of the actual shooting. You are the spotter. You look out for the game. And this is for you.
What's this?
It's a knife. It's for skinning and gutting. Once Marie has identified the quarry and I shoot it, your job will be to skin it. And if you manage that, then perhaps tomorrow you can be the spotter. If you can do that without whinging and complaining, who knows? Maybe you can shoot a fox too.
Where do we find the foxes?
Ah, well, we stake out a patch and hike round and wait for them to appear out of the undergrowth.
Not me. I don't shoot foxes.
Well, you agreed to rules 1 and 2.
Yes, but that was before I knew we would be shooting animals.
Well, foxes kill native animals, many of which are threatened with extinction. You love your country, don't you?
Of course I do.
Well, you do what you can to help native animals thrive in their natural habitat.
Yes.
Well then, your duty is to help rid Australia of these feral pests. You don't want to be labelled a traitor, do you? You don't want to be un-Australian? Well, good. Let's get going while the light is still good.
Rule 1 was that we all do the same activity, right?
Yes?
Well, I say we do something else. I say we all go bird watching.
What for?
For pleasure.
Bird watching? Well, that's ridiculous. Besides, it's impossible. This isn't a shotgun, it's a rifle. It's not suitable for shooting birds.
Not bird shooting, bird watching.
That's impossible. I mean, for a start, we haven't even got the right equipment.
This is all we need. Here. If you get bored, you can carve your initials in a tree trunk.
Well, I don't think Marie has come all this way to watch birds.
Well, I think that's up to her, isn't it?
Maybe we could watch foxes in between shooting birds. Combine the two, watching and hunting.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
That won't work, Marie. The birds won't come anywhere near us especially we've got a gun.
Perhaps we could camouflage it?
All right, all right. You go bird watching, and Marie and I will go shooting. It's a violation of Rule 1, but I'll overlook it because Marie's husband has syphilis or whatever it is, and she needs to find something to occupy her mind. Come along, Marie.
Marie's not going anywhere.
Well, I need a spotter.
Bird watching requires an assistant also.
To do what?
To take notes.
You can take notes yourself.
Don't be ridiculous. I can't be able to spot birds if I'm taking notes all the time.
Take them in shorthand?
I don't know shorthand. I need an assistant.
I'm tired. I think I might just have a rest.
You can't be tired, we just got here.
I've been on my feet all
No,
day.
you haven't. You've been sitting in a car for most of it.
Her husband's not well. Really, we should be going.
All right. We'll do both. Separately. Fox hunting today and bird watching tomorrow.
I say bird watching today. That would be less of a strain on Marie.
Marie?
Sure. Fox watching today and bird hunting tomorrow.
We'll toss a coin. Heads we go bird watching today and tails we go shooting today.
All right, Marie, you toss.
Which one should I toss? The dollar?
Doesn't matter. Heads it is.
Best of three?
Big size, medium.
Feathers?
Yes.
Size?
Brown.
Species?
It sort of reminds me of a pigeon.
How many different species of birds have you seen so far?
7. 3 that look like pigeons and 4 that look like sparrows.
That should do, shouldn't it?
Don't hurry me. We bird watchers like to take our time.
7 different birds. It's enough, isn't it?
We'd see more if you'd be quiet.
There are only 7 species of birds in the whole national park.
How do you know
So
that?
we've seen them all.
How do you know that?
I read it somewhere.
She's lying. Ignore her.
Well, if there were others, you'd have seen them by now. In any case, I'm bored. I can't stand this anymore. I mean, it's driving me mad. It's just too passive.
Oh, really? That's what we like about it. Oh, look! Another one! One of those sparrow thingies. Make a note.
Is it a separate species?
Hard to say. No, I think it's one of the 7 we've seen so far.
I mean, you don't actually intervene in anything. I can see why it appeals to you. I mean, you're a passive observer yourself. You're on the outside of everything. Whereas I'm in the centre of things. I mean, that's why I shoot foxes. And you watch birds. You know, in life, there are 2 kinds of people. The bird watchers, passive ones, and the fox hunters, the doers and the achievers. And it's the same in business, by the way. A dynamic, successful organisation is full of fox hunters. A sluggish, moribund organisation is full of bird watchers.
I'd rather work for the bird watchers. They have a better work-life balance.
Yes, well said, Marie.
That's all very well, Marie, but the bird watchers will soon go out of business because they don't see opportunities and grab them. They sit on the fence like the very birds they watch while their business goes down the tube.
Ha-ha! Another one! A different one!
Sparrow or pigeon?
No, it's completely different. It looks like some sort of native chicken.
Look, it's a fox.
Where?
There. Look. Waiting. Do not make a sound.
Where's she going? We agreed to watch birds. We won the toss.
The chicken's gone.
This is typical. She can't stand for someone else to control the agenda. She's a control freak. She's never happy unless she's running the show. Everything has to be done her way. Well, we've had enough. We have to stand up for ourselves. We have to tell her we've had enough.
It's still there.
We're not hunting foxes. We're watching birds.
Don't make a sound. Get down. Doesn't know we're here. That's because it can't smell us. We're upwind of it.
Do we have to shoot the poor thing?
Come on, fox. Come closer.
I've had enough. I'm going back to camp.
What's wrong with her?
We saw a native chicken, but you frightened it away.
A native chicken?
Well, we didn't know what else to call it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's gone. I must have missed it. I mean, she deliberately put me off my shot. I mean, this is typical. I knew it was a mistake to bring her. She ruins everything. I mean, her very presence is a downer. She's the original glass half-empty person. You know what I think? I think she suffers from anhedonia. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
It's a term meaning the inability to experience pleasure. That's what she has. I mean, think back. Can you remember one instance where she actually enjoyed anything other than the misfortune of others? No, you can't.
Are you coming, Marie?
No, she's not. She's needed here.
Where's the fox?
I'll let it go. Out of compassion.
You missed it, didn't you?
Anhedonia. No wonder Sam wants to leave her. Well, we might as well all go home.
What did you just say?
I said we might as well all go home.
Before that.
I said you suffer from anhedonia.
After
I
that.
didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. You said no wonder Sam wants to leave her.
Oh, did I?
You know you did. Marie, you heard her.
Perhaps she didn't mean it?
That's right. I didn't mean it.
Then why did you say it if you didn't mean it?
Because I thought you were out of earshot.
Sam wants to leave me, does he?
Oh, forget it. Let's get back to bird hunting.
Bird watching.
Yes, bird watching. Oh, look, a bird. The missing 8th species.
We're up to 9. I'm counting the chicken as a separate species.
Okay, 9.
How do you know he wants to leave me? How did you come by this information?
A little bird told me.
Pigeon, sparrow, or chicken?
Oh, no need to write this down.
How do you know Sam wants to leave me? Is that what he told you?
Well, it was just an impression I got, that's all.
Impression from who?
Ah, from Sam. I ran into him.
Where?
Does it matter where? Bondi Junction.
What was he doing in Bondi Junction?
Actually, Marie, I think that bird's more of a pigeon.
Feathers?
Normal.
B-sides.
You can't really get a good look.
Don't change the subject. I want to know what he told you.
All right, all right. I suppose I should tell you, you won't shut up about it. We had a brief conversation, that's all.
About me?
Well, I asked after you, I am your friend.
And what did he say?
Well, he gave me the impression that things weren't going so well between you.
He said that.
Well, not in so many words.
What did he say exactly?
He said, she's fine.
Okay.
So there you go.
So how did you get from there the idea he wants to leave me?
Well, there was something about the tone of his voice. Mention of your name, his shoulders slumped and he sighed. He looked across at a Best and Leicester, and he's not the sort of person who would shop there. Clearly something was troubling him, so I said, is everything all right between you two?
And what did he say?
He said, yes.
Okay. So why were you left with the impression he wanted to leave me?
It was the way he said it.
How did he say it?
He said, yes.
Maybe he just meant yes?
Well, yes, he probably meant yes.
But he didn't just say yes.
No.
Instead he said yes.
Yes.
Huh.
On balance, I don't think there's anything to worry about.
I see. Well, I think I'll go back to camp.
Okay. Thank goodness. Well, let's see if we can get a fox or two.
I don't think you should have said what you said.
Well, it just slipped out. Anyway, it had to be said. Not by me, then by someone else.
I'm going home
Now?
Yes.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
I want to catch him with his girlfriend.
What girlfriend?
He's obviously having an affair.
What makes you think
It
that?
would explain everything, including his remarks to you.
But we just got here.
He and his tart went for a rude surprise.
Well, even if it were true, it probably isn't. Catching him out won't change anything.
At least I'll know the truth.
And what if he's there by himself? I mean, you're going to look an idiot. Not to mention having ruined the whole weekend.
Marie will keep you company.
Yes, but it's not the same. And apart from being the worst violation of Rule 1 so far. Oh, God, I knew this was a mistake. I mean, I shouldn't have asked her to come in the first place. I didn't want to, you know. But she would have found out and we'd never heard the end of it. Oh, God, I just wanted to come out here and shoot some foxes and I ended up in the middle of a marital breakdown. Oh, back again, are we?
I don't suppose it occurred to you to stand up for me. As a friend, remind him how bloody lucky he is to have me stick by him all these years.
Maybe when we get back on Monday, everything will be normal.
No, we've gone past the point of no return. Marie, when we get back, can I stay with you?
What for?
I've decided I'm not going back home. I don't want to stay in a hotel. Would Rob mind?
No.
What do you mean you're not going back?
It's over. I'll see a solicitor on Monday. I'll have the locks changed.
But if you're not living in your house, why do you need the locks changed?
I'll do whatever the solicitor recommends. I'll take him for everything he's got.
What about trying counselling?
Oh, Marie, I know you mean well, but you have to let Denise make up her own mind about this.
I appreciate everything you say, Marie, but you have no experience of a bad marriage. Your advice is useless.
This is terrible. I mean, I didn't expect all this to happen, not on a weekend when we were having such a good time. I wish now I'd kept my mouth shut.
No, I'm glad you spoke up. If it wasn't for you, I might never have learned the truth. You're a good friend. Actually, it's the best thing that could have happened. It's the beginning of my new life. I'm still young, sort of. I'm attractive. I'm good company. I'll meet someone else.
Marie and I will compose a profile for you. I'll help you select a photo.
What caliber did you say this rifle was?
303, but it's not meant for husbands.
Who said anything about husbands? We came here to shoot foxes, and by God, that's what we'll do.
There are no foxes, face facts. I mean, we waited for an hour without seeing a single fox, or deer, or pig, or even a rabbit.
It's the middle of the day. It's not the best time.
Wind's changed. We're downwind.
No, we're not. It's still a crosswind.
Maybe they've all been poisoned by bait. I heard that farmers lay traps for them.
Well, where are the dead bodies of the foxes then, if that's the case? It's because you're all talking so loud and making too many jerking movements.
We're not. We're making calm, measured movements. Look!
What?
A fox!
Oh my God, you're right. Give me that.
Back off!
It's my rifle.
You said I could be the shooter.
You're not the shooter, you're the skinner.
You said I could be the shooter.
No, I didn't. I let you have it for a while and now your time is up.
Careful!
Got him, ha ha ha! I got a fox. Ding dong, the fox is dead. Here, take this.
There's no coverage.
Well, it's not for a call. I want you to take a photo. Catch me as I'm coming up the gully with the fox. I'll have my rifle like this. I'm going to look surprised, to make it as natural as possible. All right?
Can you believe this? She wants to me to take a photo of her posing. Look at all the stuff she's got in here. Photos of her at the rifle range. What a wake-up. It's Sam. Hello? Sam? No coverage.
Are you sure it was Sam?
Of course, I know my own husband's mobile number. Why was he calling?
Perhaps he tried calling you and couldn't get through.
Why is he calling Val?
Couldn't get through to you.
I'm going to call him.
But you can't get coverage.
Maybe I can from up there.
But that's really far up.
Go away. I mean, thanks for the fuss that Denise made. Where is she?
Gone.
She's gone home again, has she? Because she didn't get to shoot the fox.
She went up the ridge to try and make a phone call. To Sam.
Well, what for?
He rang.
He rang?
On your phone.
Why?
I don't know.
Did she answer it?
She couldn't get any coverage, so she's gone back up the ridge to try and call him.
Well, that's my phone. I gave it to her to take a photo of me as I came back with a fox.
You didn't get the fox anyway.
Well, that's not the point.
She'll pay for the call.
She should have asked permission. Well, it's too late now. You might as well go back to the camp and have a drink. Foxes have probably escaped into Victoria by now, anyway. That was delicious. I mean, I don't know why people don't eat rabbit more often.
if Denise doesn't get back soon, hers will be cold.
Who cares? Let her shoot and skin and cook her own rabbit.
She's been gone nearly 2 hours. I suppose she's gotten lost.
I hope not. She's got my phone.
What would Sam have said?
Well, I don't know for sure, but you might have told her it's over.
Why?
Well, Marie, you're a wonderful friend. You're very caring and kind, but sometimes that blinds you to the realities of life. Me, well, I can't afford to be blind. Not with the enemies I have.
What enemies do you have?
In business, Marie, you must be ruthless. I mean, you can't afford to make any friends because the time will come when you have to cut that person adrift just to save yourself. I mean, that's how men survive. And women, to survive in a man's world, have to beat them at their own game. One day you'll realise it yourself. You won't be a homemaker forever. You'll make something of your life. You'll do better than Denise. Yes, she chose a career, but it's a compromise. I mean, she's gone as far as she can in a man's world. Acting, head of department, and no further. I mean, she doesn't have the guts to smash through the ceiling. I mean, she doesn't have the balls. And that's one of the reasons why Sam doesn't respect her.
How do you know he doesn't?
Well, I haven't let on too much about this, but the situation between Denise and Sam is worse than I led you to believe. Pretty sure he wants to call it quits. Well, for God's sake, don't let on to her. She'll only blame me, shoot the messenger.
They've been together a long time.
I told you, she suffers from anhedonia.
Is it serious?
It is to Sam.
Well, can't she get treatment for it?
Well, it's not a physical illness. It's a term meaning the inability to experience pleasure. She's a depressive. She's a pessimist. I mean, can you imagine what it must be like to live with a person like that? I mean, poor Sam is nearly out of his mind, but you can't tell someone that, especially not me, who was once her best friend until I nearly went out of my mind too. I mean, that's the effect that people with anhedonia have on others. No, the fact is, she always resented my success. I mean, when we met, we were pretty much equal in terms of social status, but as time went on, and the more successful I became, the more she resented me for it. Some are winners. Some are losers. I mean, I've worked hard to get where I am. I mean, her father wasn't an alcoholic, and her father didn't move his family from house to house every time some dodgy property scam or other fell through and the liquidators took possession of the house that we lived in. I mean, her mother didn't sleep with every tradesman she could get into bed. I mean, I had to be successful to overcome all of that. And she's drifted from one low-paid teaching job to another, passed over for promotion, and she blames me because her marriage is on the rocks.
I thought you couldn't eat boxes.
You can't. This was a rabbit.
A rabbit.
Val shot it by mistake.
Do you want some? Quite good.
No thanks.
Did you get on to Sam?
No, I couldn't get high enough to get coverage.
That's a shame. Can I have my phone back?
Of course. He left a voicemail message though.
A voicemail message?
A very interesting message.
Oh, what was it?
He said, I don't think it's going to work. I'm sorry. What did he mean by that?
Well, I don't know.
What isn't going to work?
I'm not him. How would I know what he meant?
There's a lot of things you don't seem to know. You don't know why he called your phone this morning, why he left the message, what the message meant. Is there anything you do know? Do you know your own name?
He knew the call wouldn't get through. The call wasn't going to work.
Then why did he make it?
Who knows?
Oh,
Where are you going?
back to camp. I'm going home. If you won't tell me, I'll find out from Sam myself.
It's getting late. Maybe you should wait until the morning.
Oh, let her go. I've got the phone. Let her go and get lost again and maybe freeze to death in the process. He probably meant this weekend wasn't going to work. And he's right. It's been a disaster from the very beginning.
I better go with her.
She's done it again. Anhedonia. A classic case. All right. We're all going home. I mean, I've had enough. Everybody pack up. I'll go and start the car.
I'm not going in the car with her. She'll only kill us on the M5. And what's anhedonia?
It's a condition where someone is acutely experience the good things in life, like pleasure or satisfaction.
What's that have to do with me?
Nobody's going anywhere.
Why not?
The car won't start. A portable fridge has drained the car battery. We're stuck here.
We have to make a decision. I think we should all set out on foot.
Where?
Walk to the highway.
What about the car? What about the equipment?
We can come back for it.
Oh, what if it's not here?
Who's going to steal it? Foxes?
It's the latest model Land Cruiser. I mean, there's $20,000 of uninsured camping equipment here.
It'll be dark soon. If we don't leave now, we won't be able to find the way back.
We should stay here. We should stay with the car.
Nobody knows we're here because you chose such a remote site and didn't tell anyone we're here!
Marie, what do you think?
We should stay together.
Exactly, rule number 1.
We should stay together, but go.
No. Let's all stay together, but stay.
If no one knows we're here, we should tell them. We should stay here, but call for help.
What if we can't get phone coverage?
One of us will have to go back up the ridge and call for help.
I'll go. Give me the phone.
Wait. Who are you going to phone?
The police. Emergency services.
No.
Why not?
Because it's my phone. You should have bought your own phone.
But I didn't.
Well, that's not my fault.
Marie, tell her to give me the phone.
You've used it enough today already.
Don't be ridiculous. We have to get out of here. It's getting dark. It's raining. We've run out of food. The car's broken
It
down.
hasn't broken down. The battery's flat. That's all.
Someone has to go.
Okay. But don't tell them we need rescuing. Tell them all that we need is a jump lead. We can tell them to send a car. We don't need any air rescue service.
Why not?
Because they attract media attention.
Who cares?
Why do? I don't want to be airlifted out in a helicopter. I mean, that stuff gets reported. Can you imagine what that's going to look like on page 3 of the Telegraph?
You're not important enough to be in the
I
Telegraph.
want to take the risk. Besides, I've got a better idea. Let's ring wires. Wires. I mean, you ring a number and they come and collect injured animals. Anytime, even if it's getting dark, and we'll report an injured animal, and when they arrive, they'll find us here. I mean, they're bound to have a jump lead, and we can start the car. We won't even need to be rescued.
Marie, what do you think?
Can we manage to shoot anything? I mean, we haven't shot anything all day except for a rabbit by mistake.
They won't come for a rabbit or a fox. Do you think you can manage to shoot a bandicoot?
Of course.
Well, what will the wires say when they found out we shot a bandicoot? It's a native animal.
Or say someone else shot the bandicoot.
Then how do we know about it?
We stumbled onto a freshly shot bandicoot.
Let's call them first and tell them we found an injured bandicoot. That way at least we know they're coming.
What if we can't produce the bandicoot?
It got better in the fresh air and went back to its burrow. They can't leave us here. What's the number?
I don't know.
All right, we'll Google it.
Well, you don't have any coverage.
Well, all right. Go up on the ridge, Google it, and then call them.
The whole idea is too stupid. We don't even know the wires will come. I'd rather call emergency services. I'll go. Oh no! The battery is flat. What? The phone battery is flat.
You see, you used up all the battery talking to Sam.
I didn't. All I did was get a voicemail. You used the battery taking photos of yourself posing with the rifle. Now we're stuck here with no means of communication. Come on. We have to get out of here ourselves on foot before it gets dark.
The water level is rising. We have to get out of the gorge. We're going to have to swim for it.
Right. We'll leave everything behind and we'll swim downstream until we reach a house or a camp and then we'll call for help.
Now, what about the equipment?
We can leave it here.
No one's going anywhere. We'll be safe in the Land Cruiser. I mean, we'll get on the roof if we have to.
And then what?
We'll wait until the water subsides.
You can stay here. Marie and I are swimming for it. We're going back to our houses and husbands.
No, you're not.
What are you doing?
No one's going anywhere. Face it, Denise. You know I'm your best friend, but it's over.
What's over?
Well, you and Sam. You can't go back to him. I mean, he'll never be happy with you. Let him go.
You're mad. He doesn't love you. He thinks you're a control freak.
No, he's leaving you.
Oh,
I mean, let's get it out in the open.
but that's not what his message said. It isn't going to work. That's what he's trying to tell you.
No, he didn't mean that. He doesn't know his own mind. Only I know what's better for him. I mean, he could be a CEO. He could be somebody, but not with you. You can swim down that river, but he won't be waiting for you.
You're insane. You're a hopeless shot. You're a reckless driver, and you're insane. You made advances towards him, didn't you? That's what this weekend was all about. To convince me that my marriage was over and Sam wanted out. So I willingly step aside and leave him to you.
Accept the reality of the situation. I mean, people like Sam need to be organised. They need structure and discipline and purpose. And I can give him that. You can't. You'll only ever be a bird, not a fox.
The reality is you've gone mad. This is all a fantasy. Sam isn't the slightest bit interested. You're too much of a control freak to have any relationship with any man. You suffocate them. You crush
It
them.
doesn't have to be this way. I mean, you can still be friends with Sam and I.
Put the gun down, Val. We're all going to swim down the river together. Rule number 1, remember?
Go on. Shoot. See what Sam thinks about that.
Look! A fox! On the other side of the river! It's a helicopter! Well, I should be going.
Give my regards to Rob. And Sam and Denise, of course.
I will. I'll come and visit you again soon.
I don't need to be here, you know.
I know.
I mean, the doctors say I'm cured. I can go any time I please, but if I'm not here to manage the place, well, there'll be chaos. I mean, what the patients need here is structure and discipline. Has he left her yet?
Who?
Sam?
No, I think they're still working out their issues.
I'm fond of Denise, but she's not right for Sam. Well, let's all go away for a weekend, the 3 of us.
Yeah, let's.
There he is. The fox. Did you see him? Oh, he's very clever. I'm the only one he shows himself to. But I've got him in my sights.